Shane Duffy. Oh.
And it's live. Hey guys, Goggsy here, and welcome back to Pass the Mic. Today we have been joined by Coby. How's it going today?
Going good. I'm well. A bit nervous for later. Obviously not this game. I'm not really fussed what happens either way. But no, I'm all right. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, just basically cut your conversation there. We were having a wee chat off camera, and then I clicked go live. But oh well. So today we are covering FK JABLONEC against Celtic. It's a 4:45 kickoff, which is completely bizarre. But that's how they seem to run things in the Czech Republic. I'm looking forward to the game. We've also got Mark coming in. He's just on his way back from work, so hopefully he'll be in here before too long. Joseph Coyle says, never seen Coby wearing glasses.
Stephen Glasses, mate.
He's turned into the Milky Bar kid.
Oh, I knew you were going to use that. No, don't think he's the thing is. Don't think he's invented that because he hasn't. Because I told him about that one pre-kickoff. Don't think he's invented that. Yeah, don't let that become a thing. God, Joseph obviously never watched the live stream. I thought he was a dedicated viewer.
But anyway, let's look at the chat, see what everyone's saying. All right, Sean, Luke, Joseph, Effie's back. There's two Effie accounts. Hi, Stilly. Which one's the real Effie? I wonder.
Frobos, no.
Yes. So how have we been? It's just as good as before. Hello, Robbie. Carrot says last night he was at Hurlford against Pollock, and Big Stevie was there. That's because Stevie's got an affiliation with Pollock, I think. Charlie Mulligan says hopefully all Scottish teams will qualify.
No, I want that to get pumped.
Johnny M says looking forward to the Motherwell game on Sunday. I'm not looking forward to it because Motherwell fans are actually allowed into St Johnstone. Backwards movement.
I might go to Liv. I'm in two minds whether I go because it's Livy. It's always a Livy away is always a crap away day. And if it is cost, I don't know if I could be bothered. But birthday weekend, do I treat myself down to a little? I don't know. Bit of rich coming from you, Coby. I'm one of the I'm the longest serving member now. That isn't Goggsy, of course. I'm the longest serving one, so put respect on my PTM name now, Joseph. I'm a senior member, 16 soon, I'm
16 soon. You'll definitely be senior. Coby, come down and see Effie, says Effie.
Effie's not there anymore.
Is he not?
No. I think he left.
I seen that Celtic are letting full capacity. Yeah, Celtic and Rangers are getting full capacity. Allegedly from next week. Yet St Johnstone aren't allowing away fans.
St Johnstone. Oh, God knows. St Johnstone full capacity is like our scarred capacity or whatever. But with us, apparently, word on the street. Well, the council. It's reported that the council is he's a coach of the youth. Oh, but the council have said it's all or links from the council. It's near impossible. It won't be given the green light, and we've put in the application. So here's hoping that we're getting to see.
Thing is, I don't know why St Johnstone aren't allowing. It'll be something to do with Perth and Kinross Council, even though Perth and Kinross is one of the areas where is the least affected of COVID.
Because they're usually desperate to get away funds. And remember the Old Firm? They gave that.
They literally sell their soul to the Old Firm.
Yeah, they give them.
See if they were playing Rangers or Celtic at home on Sunday, they'd have moved mountains to get a full capacity.
Yeah, for the Old Firm. And the St Johnstone fans would be in the away end, and they'd have a thing. The Old Firm, it would be like a home game for the Old Firm. They always get 2 stands for them. But it's the same.
See, Motherwell did everything they could to get away fans in for the Hibs game, and Hibs brought 1,800.
Yeah.
See, if it were up to me, I would, when St Johnstone come to Motherwell, I would not let St Johnstone bring fans.
Nah, because they've I don't. It's like I don't know. They're probably thinking. Obviously, it's not their decision. It's thingies, the Perthkin Ross or whatever council, whatever it is. But they're obviously they've got their reasons. But I can't think of a reason. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm trying to say with our council right now. Aberdeen right now is definitely worse for COVID than they are, because we've had a few in ICU, quite a few deaths now, when it's quite going up. But I can't think of a reason why we shouldn't be given the green light. Like, and same we use for away games. Like, if fans are getting, we're going to Livingston, and what's the difference?
The tickets for Livingston.
Yeah, what's the difference from that and then you going to thingy? Like, there isn't. I can't think of a reason why they can't. It just seems to be stubbornness. Like, or they've not tried hard enough. Like, can we not have fans? Okay, no negotiating. Oh, how much about? Can't have this much or this blah blah blah. No, can't come. Okay, bye. Get away with that. Honestly, it is not my cup of tea. But I'm hoping we get tickets for Hearts away. I'm hoping that. I do love a good capital trip. I'm happy we've got both Dundee away games. But I've been quite lucky with it because Aberdeen. I think we had a debate. Was it? No, it wasn't this. It wasn't our PTM. It was another chat. But we had another debate about how you think that the club should offer out the tickets. Because I think the way Aberdeen do is perfect. Like, season ticket holders obviously get priority because they pay for the season and they should get in. And first come first serve, I think, is more fair than a ballot because those who really want will get. I've got to both the games that we've been allowed in at home. And if you really wanted to, you could have got, because and there's tickets left over for general sales. So I don't know how Motherwell do it. Is that a ballot you do?
We've done a ballot for the games that had limited capacity.
Yeah, we've done the first come first serve, and I thought that worked perfect, to be honest.
Graham Colwell says no St Mirren fans were allowed into Dens last Saturday, as the Dundee fans are across the other three stands other than the main. No Hearts fans allowed at St Mirren on Saturday, which begs the question. We actually played Dundee at Dens a week on Saturday. Is it going to be the same then? I mean,
yeah. At times I can understand it because I know with Aberdeen Dundee United, what we did is we said no Dundee United fans, so we could get more Aberdeen fans in because we use the away section as well. I get that because obviously it's our club, you know, we're going to try and get us in first and as much as possible. So I get it from that sense, but we're kind of singing to ourselves, like we're chanting, you're Dundee and whatever. And then we're singing it to ourselves like, what, shout away support. No one's there. We're singing. I don't know. Hopefully we get it. We're looking like we should be full capacity now. In like we're going up. You know, I was panicking when I saw Nicola Sturgeon's announcement. I'll be honest. I was getting a bit shaky, but I think it's fine.
I've lost all my patience I had for Nicola Sturgeon because football fans last.
You were quite a strong Nicola Sturgeon advocate, if I'm not wrong, as well.
I'm not a political mind, so we are not here to talk about politics. But anyway, we've got 2 minutes till kick-off. I think it's time we talked about the starting lineup for both sides. 850 Dunfermline fans are going to Ibrox next Friday.
Woofed.
Yeah, Marcus Calderon says, I realised myself and another 2,000 Highbees were extremely lucky to get in on Sunday.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the thing is, I came out and said that what they should do is, because we've got 4 matches on Sunday, one day before the rules change, they should bring the rules forward because, well, Celtic have a home game. We've only got 2 games on Saturday, but the fact we've got 4 games on Sunday, one day before the rule change, it's just I'm completely bored of it, and they should just be lenient for once and just get as many football fans into grounds as possible.
For me, just quickly before you read out the thing, it seems to me what they're doing is they're trying to delay it and prolong it as long as possible, getting everyone back in so they can see what happens in England with their fans. And it was like, because the whole pandemic, we're always like 2 steps or a step behind England. Let's see what they do, how it goes with them. But well.
Yeah. But anyway, the starting lineups for FK Jablonek are as follows. Henderson goal. Susan, Martinec, Zeleny, Prob, Plestil, Kubusta, Povozanic, Kratochville, Pilar, and Dolejal. And for Celtic, they start with Joe Hart in goal. I never thought I'd say that in my life. Anthony Ralston, Nia Beaton, Starfelt, Taylor. In midfield, it's Sorrow, Turnbull, and McGregor. And up front, they've gone with 3 up top with Abada, Forrest, and Furuhashi. What do you think of the score tonight, Coby?
To be honest with you, I've got no clue. I'll go with. I think Celtic will win it. I think it's good. I don't think they'll run away with it. I'll just go with a standard 2-1. But is it just me? When you say Big Angie, you can't. I just picture that song. I got my eyes on you. Angie, I can't unhear it or see it when I see him. It's honestly.
Yeah, Joseph's getting his second vaccination on the 26th, the day he goes. All right, okay.
Right,
don't know what that is. But yes, anyway, so I think there's a lot of hypocrisy that's going about in Scottish football right now because
definitely.
I mean, St Johnstone are one of the lowest supported clubs in Scotland, and the fact that they're not going to even open up another stand for, say, not even like 300 or 400 Motherwell fans, is diabolical.
You'd have thought they'd have wanted all the extra, money they can get, to be honest, right now, even if it is just a bit. Like, I'd say, I remember doing a stream last year, I think it was the Hibs Queen of the South game, and we were on about, like, supported clubs. Mm-hmm. We were saying St Johnstone were one of the lowest last season, probably just above Hamilton. And even then, but with St Johnstone, they're just, I don't understand it, because especially when they bend over backwards for the old firm, usually, to get as much of them in as possible to get more money. I don't understand it, but obviously it's probably the council. It's maybe out of their hands, but they could have done a bit more. But we're underway now. Oh, Jesus. Are you 1 minute? What second are you, I just say?
I'm in the 43rd second, mate.
All right, I'm 43rd now as well, so we're there and thereabouts.
Yeah. I actually like the look of this stadium.
Yeah, the stadium I love? Like, there's a few. I like Dumbarton's.
Yeah, because it is picturesque.
Yeah, what is it? Is it Braga's?
Oh yeah. The fact that it's got the scoreboard on the mountain.
Yeah, I love that one. Well, even the one this is what I love about Frozen.
Lovely play by Abada. It's into the box. Ooh, good save.
Oh, a cross goal could have maybe been a bit more there, but no. That's what I like about these European teams. Just some weird stadiums, like you see, like. There was Hibs in their last round, I think it was. They had that weird. It was quite a cool stadium. It had like the mountain and all that. Some real like cool picture-esque arenas. You could say, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect, to be honest, from this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 1-each draw, because Jablonek are a decent side in the Česká Liga. I reckon if Celtic are to do the business in this tie, it will be at home. Yeah. And it will be in front of a full house.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to expect, but to be honest, because with Celtic, maybe they might have a boost in morale from the two obviously new additions, Joe Hart in goal, for this one. But I've never seen. I'll be honest, I've never seen that Celtic player in my life who's on the ball there. I don't know who he is. Is that a youth player or something? He's got like a.
I haven't got much of a clue, but I'm gonna guess it was Starfelt.
No. I think I've seen. Starfelt's like. Is he not blonde?
I don't know. I don't even know what he looks like.
Either. It might have been him. I've got. Pass.
Margaret Milne says it's going to be 2-1 to Celtic. Let us know your predictions in the.
It just with Celtic, they're a weird one because you'd think, I don't know, it would probably take my game to get confidence up, but you never know with them because we've seen them get results before and they just don't seem to be doing anything in any games. I think against Hearts, don't get me wrong, they were obviously the better team. I mean, but still, they never got like.
Well, they did a lot with the ball and then, they had a lot of the ball and didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, I think that might be story a few of their games, but like you don't get anything for being or having the better or the lion's share of possession. You don't get anything for that, you know. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Hearts put the ball in the back of the more, so obviously they won. You know, if they're not scoring goals, they ain't gonna win. And obviously, there's the new signings they've brought in. I don't know your opinions on Joe Hart.
We'll just have to wait and see how he does.
Yeah,
in the opening couple of games.
Personally, I'm not sure if he's the one. Obviously, it's hard to say because we've not seen much of him recently. But I don't know. I think he's not been good, or he's not been like the Joe Hart everyone kind of talks about. Oh, Celtic signed Joe Hart. That's 6 years ago. They're on about him. You know, he went out to Torino, and wasn't there something? Was it his right or left side? There was one of the two that most. If you shoot on one of the sides, like 50% of the time it goes in. I can't remember which side it was, but
mate, you know better than I do.
Yeah.
Great play. McGregor's got it. He's cut it back and it's been blocked.
So I'm not sure on him.
But we've also got a £1 donation from Robbie Collins. Thank you to Robbie. And welcome to the stream, Mark. How's it going, mate?
All right, mate. How you doing?
Hi, no bad. Good to see you settling in.
All right, mate. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm hopefully seeing Celtic get beat today, but who knows?
Just you concentrating the train wreck of your club up there in Aberdeen. That'll do.
So, what are you thinking ahead of today's game, Mark?
Well, obviously the team, JABLONEC finished third in the Czech League last year, so obviously they're going to be half decent. I still expect that it should be a game that we should be looking to win, of course, especially over 2 legs. But tonight we should be looking for a positive result. We need to get the new manager's reign off the. We need to get the first one of the new manager's reign. Ralston's breaking forward. Another similar run to Tynecastle. As I say that, Turnbull's just missed a sitter. Got to bust in it. Ball cut.
What minute are you on?
And he scuffed it into the ground right at the goalkeeper. Still remains 0-0. But Ralston again. See that position that we've been seeing Greg Taylor and Ralston taking up, that sort of CDM. They seem to be finding a channel to drive forward within there. And he's just done it's a similar run to the one against Hearts. Only he's, instead of obviously cutting into the box and hitting it, he's tried to cut it across for Turnbull, and it's quite a poor match in my opinion.
I think
so you must be a minute ahead of both.
I think he's a minute ahead of me.
Well, BBC.
You're in BBC. I'm obviously not watching it through the TV, so I'm going to be behind.
All right. Well, you'll see then. It'll be good that you'll be able to see here then.
Yeah.
He's run. You see the similar type of run.
Yeah.
So are you watching
that was a
TV,
golden opportunity there.
Isn't it?
I'm guessing it's Celtic TV you're watching it on, Goggsy.
What? No. Let's have a look.
They've actually
all the Bourbons are bloody broken.
Bye.
So yeah, I'm still a fair bit behind.
I'm 7th minute now, 5 seconds.
Well, the time live is 7:38 now.
Oh, right.
So you're 25 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah.
Marcos Calderon says, nice retro top, Coby. And of course, for those who are wondering what we're going to be doing for the second half of this evening, of course, we'll be going off as soon as the JABLONEC against Celtic game finishes. And then we'll be coming on with part 2 later on as we cover Galatasaray against St Johnstone, Breidablik versus Aberdeen, and Hibernian against Rijeka. And with 2 games of them being in the Conference League and 1 being in the Europa.
I'm hoping for 3 very positive results tonight. Obviously, tasks are going to be very, very difficult for certain teams. But listen, I still hope that we can get as many Scottish teams progressing tonight and doing as well tonight as we possibly can, because it's obviously been Celtic and Rangers that have been the flag bearers for the country in the last few years, and I want to see more teams getting closer and doing better. I think this Conference League could be a very, very good thing for us, for some of our teams to get a wee bit of European experience, and it's all about development. A few years teams in the conference here get used to playing in Europe more, can maybe then push for Europa League. You know, you never know.
You're absolutely right. I mean, maybe with the Conference League, I might actually win a trophy with Motherwell and Football Manager.
Listen, we're still waiting for our second ever European trophy after, obviously, the famous 1967. So,
the danger, boys. You just keep waiting for that second one. That's fine.
We'll listen. We had a wee moment in Seville. We nearly beat Porto. We get cheated off of Jose Mourinho's Porto, beating extra time off of the Divers. So, but listen, it's just the money in the Champions League is obviously going to make it near enough impossible for a Scottish team getting to the last 16 of the Champions League would in itself be a Champions League victory for Scotland. I think anyway, somehow one day you would need a good group. But what seems to be happening now is you're getting drawn in Champions League groups. You've got at least you've got at least 2 teams in the group that can actually probably fancy to win the competition.
As well as progressing, it's good. But don't get me wrong, the money's all right as well for it.
Well, the money's great.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes the season so interesting, that the Scottish season this year is worth £30 million for Celtic and Rangers. It really is, for between who can. Listen, that's not me being disrespectful to Aberdeen, Coby, but to say Stephen Glass is going to mastermind an Aberdeen miracle in his very first season, I reckon that you getting Scott Browning's a very good signing. I can see maybe a bit of experience in cup competitions and that. Maybe see Aberdeen getting somewhere in a cup competition, but it's early days yet. I've yet to actually fully sit down and watch Aberdeen, so. I'll keep my opinion fully on Aberdeen until I see them. But
no, I'm impressed so far with Glass. I was probably very pessimistic.
Yes, 1-0.
Fantastic!
Abada. Fantastic! It was the ball's actually fired across, and he hit it. And I actually think he should do better with the first finish. The keeper makes to their point of view, the goalie's made a very good save, to be fair to him. Bounces back out off the keeper, and Abada's just rattled it into the net after it comes back out to him. Fair play, a great build up, great for James Forrest down the left side, lovely wee ball, great ball across for Greg Taylor. Very similar, it was actually blocked by the defender, to be fair, it was a good block. Very similar to the ball that Greg Taylor played at the weekend that get called offside at Tynecastle. Similar run, good ball across, and it's a lovely, good instinct to follow up by Abada, and it's liftoff in JABLONEC, or Jablonec, I think that's how you say it. Whatever it is.
I thought it was pronounced Jablonec.
Or whatever. Anyway, it's a good start, and it's actually a very good start for Celtic anyway. We've been very, very good, but here actually we could become with the FIFA glitch here. Here, by the way, good block, McGregor, well done. Beat on. No, it's always that way. Good save, Hart.
Oh, their keeper could have.
You know what? You just break up the other side of the pattern straight away after scoring their striker. Let's get the similar face and nose of John Ram, the golfer. You'll see the close up in a minute.
I reckon this could be where Celtic finally just click this match.
Floodgates open.
I reckon you're right, Goggs. It'll be that one. It'll be either now or it'll be next Thursday night when it's a full packed out Celtic Park. I reckon that's when it'll be. That's when you'll see it. It just does kind of click into gear. It was. Listen, I don't think we played too well at the weekend. I know you've not heard. Obviously, I'll give Stefan a shout out for his podcast. For Di Stefano Talk. So if you heard me on there, you'd have seen me blame the defending and the goalkeeping, which was the thing, which was the case. But I just think during the game, it was the last 20 minutes, we looked as if Hearts. There was really only one team that looked as if they were going to go up and win it. I know with after the offside goal, and we didn't play. I don't think we didn't play anywhere near our capabilities. We did play decent in the first half.
Yeah. I think I only did see the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I've seen the first
I wasn't
part.
too cleared up because I've not really watched too much of the games from the weekend because I literally just watched the Motherwell game and that was it.
Yeah.
No, I saw the first 20 minutes or so until. Well, no, I think I saw the start of the second half just when you got your equaliser, but no, I don't know what it was.
Tumble Forest. Oh. By the way, Abada looks dangerous. He looks really, really lively. See if he's giving this fullback nightmares so far, and he's getting us so far at the park. McGregor, great interchange for McGregor. Back to keeper. Really pushing now for that second. This team, I don't want to disrespect them, but they don't look great, to be honest. And we're really exploiting it. Abada's been absolutely tremendous. Honestly, he's been great. It's a nice strike, decent height for the keeper, good save. Small criticism, could have a better finish, but I'll give him his due. It was a good run, and the control is really starting to shift our way.
Graham Caldwell says, Goggsy, are Motherwell in the running for James Scott? I see he might be heading out of Hull. St Mirren were interested but pulled out of any deal a few days ago.
Is he no crap?
I have heard that we are looking at the possibility.
Kyogo!
What's happened?
2-0.
2-0?
Kyogo scores. What a finish, son. What a ball through. What a touch. What a finish. The Japanese boy off the map and he's in a Celtic jersey. 2-0 Celtic in the Czech Republic. Fantastic.
Yeah, Goggsy, don't think we're going to get that 3. We're not going to get that 3-0 halftime shoot we maybe hoped for.
Wow.
Yeah. You'll see it coming up in a minute, Goggsy, if you're watching it. And same with you.
Yeah.
Someone get in my trim. And you pass the goal.
It's you. Fucking looking back at it.
Oh, that's a story for the street. So, basically, yeah.
It's a great first touch there. And, the fact he's lifted it over the keeper like that.
As Liam McLeod just turned around and said he's trained with Andres Iniesta every day. I was waiting for that bit of commentary with the first goal he scored for whoever was lucky enough to see it. It was a great finish. It's the second, the first touch is exquisite, and it makes it so easy to just dink it over the goalkeeper. And the finish itself, my God, it's fantastic.
Like it literally only needed a wee touch because of the momentum of the ball going forward.
Yep. And it's a great return as well. Credit's got to be given there. It's a brilliant run for supposed to be a centre back, mate, and he just strolled through midfield. Nobody anywhere near him. As the ball comes for JABLONEC, chance by the way, 2-1.
2-1.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Jeez,
all over. This is such a weird goal here. Boy finished it well. Nothing to do with the goalkeeper. He's always on camera here. Let's see whose fault it is again. Let's have a wee look here.
Over the top.
It's a straight ball over the top in between the two centre backs. Keeper's out, spreading himself. Nothing to do with the goalkeeper. It's a good finish.
Yeah, you can't blame him there. Good goal, good run as well.
He runs across Beaton. Look.
Yeah.
Again, he runs across Beaton. And Starfelt does, and Starfelt's not across. I don't know, but the run's not even picked up for midfield either. It's a poor goal all round, and it's too easy, to be honest. It's just a simple ball over the top. Beaton's no idea where he is. Just decides
he's a donut him. He's no man. He didn't even know the boy was there.
I know, he just leaves him. But even when he notices Coby, he kind of just back helplessly. It's too late because he's just
cleans up. Yeah. Keeper can't do much.
I reckon Beaton there, Goggsy, do you?
What's that?
I reckon Beaton there, do you?
I'd have said Beaton.
Well, it's come from Beaton's direction.
Yeah.
Beaton's just been caught flat-footed.
I agree. I agree. I think so. I don't think Starfelt's trying to cover around, but he expects Beaton to go with his runner there. The two, do you know what the problem is with the defenders there as well? They're both square. They're both standing. Yeah. They're two square. There's nobody covering round the back in case that happens. It's a simple, basic schoolboy long ball over the top.
You could say maybe a midfielder for not following their man, but when he goes into the defence, the furthest midfielder back there looked as if it was Sorrow who was actually trying to press the boy, putting the ball at the top. It looked as if with the way that Beaton made the run, the way that the boy made the run across Beaton, because he was so square with Starfelt, the both of them were basically caught out by it.
So a bit of blame can maybe be shared to all of the defence there, to be honest. But on positively for them, off the ball through and a good finish, to be fair to the boy.
I still think Joe Hart could have been a bit quicker off his line.
I don't know.
It's one of them. It's one of them. Goggsy, but it's a good ball away. This is not me just trying to thing with Joe Hart because he's just in the team. If it was Joe Hart's fault, I would have been very, very, very quick to say. I think because the ball's over the top of the defence that poorly, Hart has come out and maybe only criticism he could have come out slightly further, but
then the boy can just lift it over him like Furuhashi did.
No, the boy he side-footed it to the side of him. So it broke into the box and the boy side-footed it to the side. Listen, it's quite poor. There's more than a goalkeeper there. It's very poor defensively.
Yeah. Okay, I'm talking at these Bourbons.
Anyway, back to Hull and Motherwell signing. Sorry.
It seems so long ago we were talking about that. I do believe there is interest from Motherwell. I would be happy for him to sign for us.
I think he's, from what I've heard, because when players go down to England, I like following, even if they're not Albion, I like seeing how they're doing. And he's been one of those that I don't think he's been great with Hull. But he's a championship is a big step up from Motherwell. And I think when he was here, he was showing a lot of promise, And he was obviously good in FM as well, Let's not hype on that. But look, James Scott, I don't know how old is he now, because it wasn't he like 19 or something when he left.
He must be about 21 now.
21. So I think it's definitely a good option to get, and it's probably worthwhile. But I've not heard too much good things about him since he's went. But
I still can't believe we managed to get 1.75.
Oh no, it's a joke. It's a joke. We got like 2 mil for Cosgrove. I don't know how he's done that, but it's probably his age. Was he tied down to long con? I don't know, but no, he was a good player when he left, and it just seems he's never really got going. It's mad to think that I predicted a 2-1 win for Celtic, and it's 2-1 in 20 minutes. Jesus God.
Yeah, and
I thought it'd be one each.
It does look as if, to be honest, that it's going to be a lot more. The team have been forward a couple of times, but we're dominating the ball just now. It looks as if they look very, very vulnerable at the back. Our two centre backs look like the equivalent of the Chuckle brothers standing there. Honestly, so we'll see. It's we're getting a lot of joy down that right hand side with Abada, but which I think we should go there as well. It'll be interesting, Goggsy, to have to actually ask you as well. Where do you reckon then, if you watch Motherwell now, you've had more chance to see your team competitively in the League Cup and obviously a couple of times in the league. Where do you reckon then that you want to strengthen still with the season coming in?
Well, James Scott, if we get James Scott in, he can play on either wing or up front. So that's instantly bolstered our attack. We've seen that Justin Amaluza, who seems to be just another Bambi and Ice type player.
Oh dear.
Which is because whenever I see him get the ball, he's so uncomfortable to watch.
Like a clumsy first touch type of player.
It's an okay first touch, but second touch is a tackle.
All right, okay, aye.
I mean, he's really fast as well. He wins headers, but apart from that, he's not that promising.
Aye. Okay. I must admit, I like Van der Veen. I think he's very, very good. Very
Van
impressive.
Veen is absolutely.
And honestly, the weekend he was very, very good against Hibs. He was hold up play, balls out wide. He was a nuisance. I think Hibs played very, very well at the weekend. I think both teams played well at times.
I thought we were unlucky not to get anything from the game, but at the same time, every time Martin Boyle went forward, everyone just stood off him, and that's how Hibs got so far forward most of the time.
Where did you?
McGregor scored there. It just whistled wide.
Where did you get Van der Veen from?
We got Van Veen from Scunthorpe.
Cool.
Again, so he's got a bit of pedigree playing in the lower leagues of England. I'm sure he'll be roughed up a bit then. So he'll know. Yeah. So he'll know what it's like, a bit of hold up play, etc. But I think he's been undone by obviously a very Stephen O'Donnell's penalty. It's a stonewall penalty. There's no denying it. at all. But his hand is in the unnatural position, and it is a penalty. But he's undone by a lot of good play for Hibs as well. Hibs did look good, and I was very interested to see how good Hibs were going to look as well.
Yeah, same, to be honest. But I remember I seen the 2-2. I was licking my lips. Oh, Hibs is it Motherwell playing good or Hibs were really bad?
Nah, it was just in general.
When I was looking,
It was just a good game, mate.
But you,
yeah, I was.
Yeah, that's what it looked because.
I was surprised by how well we played because of like the Premier Sports Cup group seemed to just give us a false bit of information on how Motherwell were going to do this season, because I don't think Graham Alexander's going to take that cup competition too seriously.
Do you know?
Not the same way that Stephen Robinson did, because we actually won 4 out of 4.
He targeted those cups because I remember going into the game. Remember the semi-final? You had me cursed me and ripped us apart.
Yeah.
You rested players in the game before, whereas we never. And like we had Dom Ball who went into right back. He got
But I think what Graham Alexander is going to instill is a sort of project vibe with Motherwell, and he's going to use this season to build foundations onto potentially a more successful season next season. I think he's going to aim for top 6 this season, and then aim for Europe the following season. And if we get any higher, then that's great. But I would also like to see us have a cup run.
Yeah. See, you said there about obviously finishing top 6 as his foundation. And that would be good for you. And I think he's got time. Because I remember you were saying before, you'd be like, you wouldn't mind it, or you'd take a 10th place or something this season just to kind of secure places. So then a top 6 finish would be unreal considering the competition that you've got for that place.
Yeah. Would you think then, Goggsy, that a Scottish Cup run would be more realistic than a League Cup run? And the reason I say that is because the League Cup's obviously done by December. Now, your Motherwell have signed a lot of new players. There's new players coming in just now, potentially more to come in. If you've maybe got 4 or 5 months with players gelling together, the Scottish Cup doesn't start until after the winter break, then you would maybe be thinking it would be a more realistic ambition to have a cup run in the Scottish as opposed to having a cup run maybe in the League Cup. Listen, you never know. You could hit the ground running and get that, but I'm just trying to think. Ahead what would maybe look more logical.
But at the same time, it's all down to the luck of the draw. I mean, we could beat Dundee in the next round, and then Celtic and Rangers are drawing each other, and then we get a tie against, say, Dundee United, and then it opens up even more for either us or whoever we get in the next round, because, of course, like last season, how Celtic and Rangers both got knocked out before Hampden in both competitions. Yeah, so it just goes down to the luck of the draw.
That's what I was going to say, mate, because I'm not trying to sound like an arrogant, ignorant Celtic fan by saying it depends what Celtic and Rangers do, but of course it usually does. We get into Hampden, but if God, you would think that somehow Dunfermline were to put Rangers out and then we were to lose to Hearts, or even if one of us goes out this round and won the next round, I mean, it opens the door up again. To be honest, I don't think that type of cup upset will happen at Ibrox against Dunfermline, as much as Peter Grant's got off to a kind of a mixed start, to be honest. A good result with very first game against Thistle, the one that I covered here on Past the Mic with you guys, and then just a few other results as well that have been obviously a bit up and downish. I just think Rangers will have enough, and I actually fancy with us having a full Celtic Park against Hearts. That's a big factor. I think that we'll have too much. We should go through against them as well. But of course, you never know.
I think with us, it's a strange one because Wraith Rovers, whilst they're not a Premiership team, and it's maybe more desirable than a Dundee or something, it's not going to be an easy game, and I'm a bit worried because we're a team that we're good going forward, but the way we set up, we maybe commit a few defenders pushing up as well. Calvin Ramsey bombing down. We may be caught on the counter attack a bit, which is we saw against Dundee United, the players having to scramble back, and so especially against BK Hacken when we lost 2-0, that's how they set up. I'm kind of, worried from that sense if we are to get caught in the counter. But no, I think, listen, if usually you've got to beat one of the old firm if you want to win the cup. That's just kind of how it is, That's why I'd always rather get in a Celtic or Rangers in the semi-final rather than the final and save the heartbreak.
Well, I think the best way you can actually knock out one of the old firm is if you get them at home on a Wednesday night and it's pushing it down.
Yeah,
they won't be fancying it at all, whereas the underdog does, and that's how usually they get knocked out. It's very rare that Rangers or Celtic lose games at Hampden.
You're spot on, because remember the 1-0 when Ferguson scored last minute, the weather was awful. We were just sitting in the whole game, we were just sitting in, every shot, it was always them. We got one chance that game. Umar Sadiq had, I can't remember what it was. I think Morelos was suspended. I think Lafferty was out injured or something. Umar Sadiq steps in. Boys offside for every single one. Yeah. He was just.
I must say, but you beat. I was about to say, you did beat. Obviously, beat every at Hampden. I'd say our record at Hampden has been very. We are formidable at Hampden. It just seems as if we just turn into a different team completely.
I think with that, when we were playing using 2017, it was always, for me, I always thought the wider pitch, because in the league when we're switching it to Hayes from thingy, we never done that at Hampden because it's such a bigger pitch compared to Tawdry, and obviously, so I think with the new facilities, it will help a bit. But in that cup game when we did beat Rangers, we've got to then go play Celtic, so you've got to, you've almost got to beat one of them, if not both of them, half the time. But because it kind of always seemed the draw was always geared up to try and get an Old Firm final. But a few times you did have each other in the semis. So
Warren balls and stuff like that, and then
But
I think the last Scottish Cup, somebody forgot to maybe switch the microwave on before the Rangers in the fifth round or something. That's the last time that happened. We was actually before that time was the year that we drew 2-2 at Ibrox when Scott Brown scored the famous Bruni, and then the 1-0 game at Celtic Park when Mark Wilson knocked Sasa Papic into next week, and then bundled his lovely rebound so far into the Parkhead turf that bounced over Alan McGregor's head.
It's just this was, for me, Mine Dunwoodies had you in the cup last season, the semi-final, but it was from the year before.
Yeah.
Scalped us. I was so confident in that game, and for me that was the turning point in our season last year. The way we lost it, Marley Watkins getting injured, that was when it started. Because before that, you've got to remember last season, it was looking like one of the best McInnes teams he's had for Aberdeen. We're flying. The 3-3 draw we got, we used, which we're probably thrown in the end. Looking at it now, because we should have kind of won that. But for me, I was gutted from that, because that was the real chance, and especially last season, clubs like obviously us, Hibs, not capitalising on the fact that the Old Firm finally weren't. That for me, it was a hard one to take. But then again, who's to say if we beat St Mirren, we'd have went and beat Rangers? I don't think we would have. So it wouldn't have worked out like that. But no, obviously on paper it was a hard one to take.
That the final you've talked about for the season before, the first 20 minutes of that game killed you. That's one of the worst Aberdeen performances in a game I've ever seen in the first half.
Cosgrove's headers were awful.
It's not even that, but mate, I don't even mean up top. I even mean in midfield and at the back. I mean, everybody knows exactly what Ryan Christie's got. I know it's a cracking goal, right? But everybody knows exactly.
I know. Someone should have been on him. And one of the goals, I can't remember who scored it. I know Considine mucked up with a header. It's simple, just clear your lines. And I know the pressure and all that, but there wasn't any fans, and it's like just. It was a frustrating one for me, but nah, it's what it is. I mean, soon, hopefully, our chance will come, but I don't know. I've seen it so much now.
We've got a wee comment from Graham Caldwell. Coby, do you think Motherwell will still come bottom after that performance?
We're a game in, Big Van de Veen or whatever up top. Whatever. He could get an injury, He's just saying anything could happen. Like Aberdeen could come bottom, hopefully not. But you never know. It was with that prediction, I was half doing it for bites because I knew I was coming in here the next day, and I half believed it because going off of the cup games, that's all we kind of had to go off, as well as some of your games last season. I know he's kind of looking at the stats more from last season. He's maybe done all right under Alexander for a bit, but that's kind of all we had to go off.
Yeah, we had the third best record in the league.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Well, never the best one, so. But I mean,
but that's because Rangers and Celtic are in the league, Coby.
So do better than them, then. But no, with them, with that one, I was just going off your league predictions. I was thinking he's either gonna. I was thinking either 11. I actually had used an 11th, and Ross County's like, do I change it? Do I swap them about? I'll go do it anyway. I'll go do it. Done it, and then yeah. To be fair, a lot of people said replied to my message me saying I think I'm spot on. And remember, no one said when I heard the same things when I put Killy 11th last year to go down, and people said the same thing. But oh well, see who was right in the end.
It's fine. We'll just keep defining.
We'll see at the end of the season.
Yeah. John Mitchell says Robbie Nielsen confirms deal agreed for Australian midfielder Cammy Devlin pending a visa. Nielsen says there is nothing in rumours of a move for Lawrence Shankland.
See, with Shankland, obviously he's played for Aberdeen. I don't think I think he's a very good top tier championship striker. Maybe a lower half SPFL, but I don't know. I don't think we've obviously not seen we've obviously not seen the
3-1. Well, that was some safe fair play. It's that same move. It's as if I'm watching a replay. The first goal that I kind of bad I scored. It's cut back to him in the box. He's run onto it, and he's hit it. Actually, when I'm going to hopefully the replay will come back up again. I actually reckon it should have been a better finish, but from a goalkeeping point of view, it was a good save. And apologies for the interruption there.
Oh, I think I caught out anyway. Oh, I just
It was all. Well, I think certainly for Lawrence Shankland, sort of. I agree. He's probably a top championship sort, maybe bottom of the half SPL striker. But I'm thinking basically that Scotland wise, we need more than we've got. Shea Adams really up top. Lyndon Dykes needs to up his game. It's quite simple. A great game away in Serbia. That's really been about it. He was half decent against England as well when he tried to be a nuisance, but that was really a complete defensive performance. He defended set pieces well. I think that we need to. I think Kevin Nisbet doing well at Hibs. If he moves to either sell to us, which was being talked about, but the interest is kind of cooled sort of a wee bit with the rumours, but I don't know if that will come back towards the end of the window, especially if we don't have another striker in and Edward leaves. Then I really would like to see him go down south and develop even more and keep playing week in, week out, because that's an area that's for the national team. Lee Griffiths will, after all the controversy with us, I don't know if Lee Griffiths will ever put on a Scotland jersey again, let alone a Celtic.
Is Robbie Goggsy, does he play for Leeds, or am I like?
Yeah, this is actually quite a plausible rumour because Robbie Goggsy was at Salford last year when Graham Alexander was at Salford, and that actually seems quite plausible if we were to get a loan move for him, because he's a sort of like he's 21. There's not really much chance he'll probably get into the Leeds United.
No chance. The boy Jamie Shackleton's ahead of him. Yeah,
he's been described that Bielsa described that he had never seen a player as dynamic as Goggsy in his career, saying he's a number 8 as a midfielder. He's not offensive and not defensive. He's a number 8. That is a type of player that I think we already have that in Robbie Crawford, but I don't think Robbie Crawford's as good as he should be for the level we play at.
Bielsa's saying he's one of the best dynamic players.
I mean, whatever. This is coming from
Robbie Crawford, though.
This is coming from Wikipedia, so you can take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah. But I mean, it's actually said it on his Wikipedia page.
Fair enough. Managers say all sorts, though, don't they?
But I'm actually interested to see if there's any truth in this rumor, because we do need a better midfielder.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's
I mean, we've already got the boy from Southampton, Connor Slattery, who seems to be an ideal number 8 as well, but he's quite offensive. And I just hope to see more of Barry Maguire being a bit better defensively, because he gets sucked in going forward as well.
I think a few more years, you'll hopefully for you, have a few more of those, younger. When you have that big crop of players come through, you have Hestage, your Turnbulls, your players like that.
I think the referee just had to be reminded of the rules there by one of his other officials, because Turnbull tried to play a terrible ball out for the back there. Right? It's a bad pass, right? But the referee actually, thankfully for us, clips the ball. And then he takes about 5 seconds before he actually stops the game and gives us possession back. He actually lets JABLONEC have the ball back, and then stops them as they're running forward, and we're quite a dangerous position. And somebody needs to remind this referee the rules. Look at me having a go at referees. If for anyone that I told you in the night out, Goggsy, what I was.
Yeah,
their gaffer's a suave man.
Aye.
He's pulling on the
He's
jeans. He's looking like a casual. He should be in the crowd.
Aye. Yeah, I was surprised we still had we didn't get a man sent off on Sunday. Thought Van Veen was lucky to stay on the pitch.
Maybe a little hothead.
Yeah, there was a couple as well. The boy, his name escapes me. The fullback, number 3,
Jake Carroll.
That basically was in the incident for the possible penalty for Hibs in the first half as well, which, by the way, see when you watch it on Sky, I know you were at the game, Goggsy, Declan and I were watching it, and immediately see when you watch it again, there's no attempt to play the ball there. Do you know what it reminds me of? Hibs against Rangers, not as blatant as this, but it's the same sort of, I don't know how the referee didn't give it one when Martin Waghorn was running away from, I think it was David Gray, and he just decided to push him in the box. I always remember Tom Miller's commentary on Rangers TV. What's a push like that? If somebody put that on the compilation of his most famous moments, if you like. For me, I thought it was a penalty, mate. He's just barged straight into the back of him. I think Hibs should have had a penalty there, and he would have obviously thought he would have received his booking earlier for that, and then he could have possibly get himself sent off. But you never know. I do agree with that comment there, but that Motherwell could have seen red at the weekend, but they didn't. I don't know if that was potentially. I was David Munro was the referee. I think it was possibly him. Maybe not writing his match report after. No, was it David Munro?
Gavin Duncan.
Gavin Duncan, sorry. David Munro was the referee for Kilmarnock in Ayr. Apologies. Watched too many games this weekend.
Oh, it's been great though.
I know it has been. It's been great. But no, I was actually, I actually think the ball was sore after that Kilmarnock Ayr game, after getting kicked up in the air so many times. Oh, what a touch! Abada looks as if he's got to come very good for us. By the way, he is very, very lively. But the defensive frailties are really still concerning.
Muzza says if the ref gave the penalty, it would have been a red because the last man. But what about double jeopardy?
But he didn't try. The rules in this one are if he attempts to play the ball. So if you're running clean through and goal, right, and you try and slide in, but you miss the tackle, but you're clearly going for the ball, yellow card. If you just barge somebody off the ball, red card straight away. That's new rules for double jeopardy.
Yeah. Matt says no away fans on Sunday though at St Johnstone. Yeah, I actually phoned up St Johnstone earlier on today to try and wangle my way a press pass for the game. And the guy on the other end of the phone seemed so awkward, as if he'd never been asked that question before. So then, because he was scared of making the decision, he ended up just giving me another email for the press accreditation person at St Johnstone, even though I did phone the media department. It just pisses me off. Like, I just don't get. I don't get how Motherwell can get 5,200 into the game against Hibs and then end up just not having any fans at all at St Johnstone away.
Good block.
And Costa Goggsy.
I mean, yeah, of course, going up to Perth is like going about 50 years back in time, but still.
I know. I think they're doing you a favour.
I know you probably at the risk of not insulting any St Johnstone fans that make watching. Yeah, it's like you get your press pass on a wee written bit of paper. There's nothing.
Yeah, post-it note saying media.
Yeah. Aye, but
what's a camera?
What's that?
What's a vlog?
No, but you say doing me a favour at the time, but I mean it's part of my content. It's part of my part-time job to actually get content up for everyone. So
get the match reaction on the go.
If I can't go to the game, I'll end up doing a live stream probably again.
Mm-hmm. Well, Celtic are playing on Sunday, so I might be available on Saturday. I might be going to actually check out some of the Lowland League on Saturday. Yeah. Maybe my pal plays for Caledonian Brave. Either do that or else maybe go and watch Celtic B, one or the other. Or else, but if not, I'm sure you can count on me to join your Gillette soccer past the mic Saturday.
Aye, well, the game is on Sunday, so
your game on Sunday. Well,
there's 4 games on Sunday.
That's right. We're playing it Sunday against Dundee. Whoever, obviously, Aberdeen are playing. Oh, you Johnson, obviously, she will be on Sunday, correct?
Mm.
Oh, well, never mind then. So that's true, because there's actually only 2 games on Saturday, and one of them, the Rangers game, is an early kickoff. There's only one 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday.
Yeah. Which is why I'm still baffled at the fact they've not just brought the rules forward by a day to accommodate the 4 games that are being played.
Couldn't tell you.
Mm.
Probably just be staunch.
So Johnny, yeah, if I don't get a press pass for the game, which is looking likely, because I mean I don't think St Johnstone are that great in terms of like talking to media, but well they weren't great talking to me anyway. So it looks like we will be doing a pass the mic on Sunday.
Right, half time 2-1 at half, and as we go into the break, with the captain in Kyogo Furiashi on the way off, as he opens his account with as we discussed, a very, very good goal, which came basically after a very, very good first goal from Leal Abada, a nice finish. But then JABLONEC managed to pull one back with Pilar, I think it was, who managed to get himself on the score sheet. So 2-1 at half time. Decent first half, decent first 25 minutes. Then the last part of the half kind of died a wee bit, to be honest.
Goggsy, do you want to know the haircut story?
I go for it. In fact, give me a minute. I need to go fill up with water. I'll be back in a second.
Well, I want to try and read up the comments, but I can't do it. Well, wait 1 minute. I need to actually check chat. So, what's that? What a press pass, and how do you what is a press pass, and how do you get one? I'm guessing that's a worker of St Johnstone by the sounds of it. Well, it's a pass to the press, I'm guessing, and you get one.
Well, obviously, with Goggsy would prove that he is actually he is a YouTuber kind of thing.
Yeah, you can't just turn up, give me a pass.
You can't just turn up and go, "Can I get a press pass, please?" Yeah. He's trying to angle his way one, but he obviously can show that he is obviously covering these, got his style, be able to show the channel and stuff like that. They'll look into these things. They won't just go, I couldn't just turn up to Celtic Park and go, by the way, I fancy working for like Mark Media or something like that. Do you know what? It's like, you could have turned up to Pataudry. Well, you probably could, but it's because it's well, I'm only joking. No, but so at least you'll get obviously full house back into Pataudry very soon as well. We'll be looking forward to getting back normal as well.
Yeah, it's looking very. It's looking quite likely. I know you two have had your thing with the you and Rangers had your thing. You are getting in, but it's looking like we're getting full back. We're putting the and we're putting the application. Obviously, that was announced earlier on Twitter, and pretty much the council of, or people from the inside the council said it's pretty much impossible that we won't get the green light, because there's pretty much no. I don't think there's a reason why we shouldn't. There's, apart from, I think in Aberdeen a lot of the cases and stuff in ICU have kind of went up, but still, like, we've all tested negative. We still have to wear a mask. Like, surely, do we have to still wear a mask everyone?
Well, if you look on the TV at every game you've watched with fans been back at it, do you really see people wearing masks? Kind of thing. I know the guidance is that you're supposed to. So, and it's the same way you're supposed to do a lateral flow test. Celtic, as you meant to do a lateral flow test the night before. That's only for reduced capacity games, but I don't know if they'll make you test for full houses.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Next week.
How can they possibly police 50,000 people?
Yeah,
they're telling you to basically take your civil duty, kind of. Do you know what I mean? That civic duty or whatever it is to get your sort of to go and do the same. You have to go and, because nobody is policing it. I walked into Celtic Park and nobody stopped me.
I think Aberdeen are a bit stricter up front, because there was lines, there was the barricaders, then you get, when you're going up, you've got a queue for each stand section. Each one's got a different going in allocated time and all that from a different period. There's someone gives you a wristband, checks your ID and all that, checks them again when you're going in at the turnstile. Then when you're through, they check your COVID thing. Like, surely you check that with everything else before. So it's such like, then you got your wristband and you needn't show that. So it's so much just to get in. And no, I think with Aberdeen Council as well, they were so like hard done by on it. Like, they were annoyed with the first BK Hacking game because we were celebrating. They said, "Oh, people were hugging." What were we gonna do? Like, when we scored against Dundee United, I remember. Well, I was in the Merkland. Obviously, we ran out to the the staircase bit, the stairwell, and then there was people from the other side. I got younged down about 3 stairways, and then the stewards are coming chasing down, pushing everyone back into their bits. Like, Jesus, like.
I must admit, Celtic Park was nowhere near that. That sounds like trying to get through airport security.
It was.
Mate, that sounds like pure Guantanamo Bay.
I know.
If there's any other Aberdeen fans in the stream, I don't know what it was like for the Richard Donnell stand, but I definitely know the Merkland was. It was the getting in was a task anyway, because I was queuing for it. I wasn't that long queues. It was like 10 minutes. They got us in quite smooth. But the first game was, they didn't even have the barricades set up like they wanted to. But no, we got in eventually, and Jesus, it was fine when I was in. But no, get in.
Regular contributor Declan could find himself banned for comments like that. How weirdo you fucking prick. Declan and I have been pals for years. That's why he can fucking afford to wind me up.
Also, I'd like to take this moment to, because it's at half time now, I'd like to have a wee message from our sponsors of today's show, which is WhoKnowsWins. We have got a league set up for the weekend in which there is a code in the description. We are sponsored for the first month of the season by WhoKnowsWins. So there is a prediction league for the 6 games that are going to be taking place this weekend, and basically you pick the outcome, whether there's going to be 3 or more goals in the game, and also if there's going to be both teams to score, and then the winner basically takes 70% of the pot. So if you want to enter that, then the code and the app is in the description, and feel free to join in, Trips.
I cannot hear that.
I'll give you the old, if the fun stops, stop, and please gamble responsibly.
Yes.
Just for everybody, in all seriousness, if obviously we all joke with our pals and stuff like that. If the fun stops, deposit another £5 and that's kind of carry on. But in all seriousness, if you have got be careful and stuff like that. But who knows wins? It is only a quick £5. It's a laugh and it is. Who knows wins is a good laugh, and they're a great addition. They were great with Open Goal last year, and it's nice to see them branching out and giving other platforms such as just what ourselves have a good chance as well. So that'll be something I'll be adding in as well.
Yes. Great to have them on.
So tonight, then,
Gambling
I
laws.
don't want to creep too much. I know, Coby. I don't want to creep too much into show two's territory, but I'm actually looking forward to after our game. It'll be nice to see the other teams in action as well, and it'll be interesting.
All right, yeah. I've seen the. Who wants to know about the haircut?
Right, on you go then. Let's go.
See as you're itching to tell us.
So usually, my barber, it's just around the road. Yeah, it's fine. I book with a certain one because others don't tell them, but they're crap. So I've got a certain one, and it's fine. Walk around, get it, job done. But they're about £17. Like, I can save £17. And now my mate's been cutting his hair since the start of lockdown. So I was like, what's the worst that could happen? So I went to him it must have been 2-3 weeks ago. He cut it. He done quite a good job, to be honest. So I don't usually cheat on my barber. For those listening, don't do it. I was down at the co-op with my mate who cut my hair, and the barber who usually does it, he walks past. So I reckon he's secretly fuming because I texted him because I tried to book them on their messenger. I was texting, no reply. So reply saying, or before this date. No reply. They've seen it as well. So I'm thinking I'm in their bad books. So I was like, someone that I know is having a little party tomorrow. So I can't be looking all scrubby for that. So I need a haircut desperately. I tried to book them, never phoned. I was like, my mate, I was like, I need the Prozac because it was bad. What's the nearest thing? Tesco barber. Oh, honestly, my mate who went there before, I ridiculed him. So I knew what was coming. The karma was I knew I was gonna get it, and I was ready for it. So I rock up. I said to Goggsy, I've got it. I don't know, maybe about 5 minutes later, I'm going to Tesco barber. He thought I was pulling his leg. Well, I'm going to Tesco. I'm going to confection.
You're pulling anyway.
I don't know, but I went to the barber. Obviously, I walk in. Yeah, I'm in the danger zone. I'm in the lion's den. Yeah, I've slated this hairdresser for I don't know how long. There's a kid crying. The barbers look like they don't have a clue what they're doing. I said to them, "Can I get a high 00 skin fade?" They look no hablo inglés. Speaking Spanish or something, like I don't know, speaking like a foreign language. Like I have to slow down. So I said to him, and she was talking to me about Aberdeen and all that. I was talking about the game tonight, and then she was, "Oh, what? So are you going off this? Are you leaving your school?" I don't know yet. She's like, "Get a job at Tesco." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Well, I've been looking about." She's like, "Go to customer service after." I'm just in for a trim and then I'm off. So I came out. It was looking a bit short, honestly. The sides were looking. Oh no! Like, what if I walked in here? So no, it was muy mierda. For those Spanish listeners, but no, it was. Look, it is what it is. I think I might have saved it a little. I don't know. I try to tamper it, but no. Honestly, I don't know what I walked into. To be honest with you, that's another one like your tea story is there. So that one can. I don't know, but yeah, it is what it is. Don't cheat on your barber because it'll come back and bite you, and it's bit me. It's came back and bit me. So look, it's a sore one, but I'll make up to him. I'll make up to him when he asks for the money. I'll say keep the change. So it is what it is.
It's full time in JABLONEC just now.
Aberdeen have played as well. I think the home legs have been played as well. Oh God. No, that gives me throwbacks.
I've just seen that chance again. It's an absolute star. What is he doing?
Aberdeen have been relegated. Thanks, Coby.
McInnes just came back as like director of football. Jack McInnes is in bloody management. Jesus.
Stefano De Luca says, "I only understand about 4 words of that."
Stefano, come stai? I'll use another one in my languages.
Italiano, buongiorno. No, I was learning a bit of Italian for the game.
I have a story about the hand gestures, but I'll keep it for the next night out, Goggsy, because it's a bit more of a night out story.
Oh, I look forward to it.
I'll just, I don't know, See,
I'll
these
tell
nights out.
you one day, Coby, whenever I see.
See, listen, I need the PTM viewers need to know this, yeah. They've all been going on nights out, yeah. And I'm sitting in my Aberdeen, I'm looking in the chat and they're all just messaging bloody Spewy Griffin and whatever and they're putting in the chat. And I'm just sitting there, yeah.
He's done you there, Goggsy. That's you right under the bus.
Oh,
It's fine, at least I can get under the bus, whereas Coby's not even old enough to go out his house yet.
yes, please. Water.
Oh, brilliant.
So yeah, I was sitting there. I've got no clue what they're on about. I'm just, I don't know, bloody Adam. I could say a lot of gogs right now. If I speak, I'm in trouble.
Yes, you will be in big trouble.
Adam trying to save you home. Unreal. Hello. Yes, please. If it's cool. But yeah, I've got my halftime service here. Like, honestly, I'm just waiting for the kiosks to open back up at pathology. Pies are shut.
Sounds like you've got a kiosk in your house.
I do. I've got. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, I've got a bonus match that I'll be going to next week.
What one?
I'm going to East Fife against the Goggsy.
Your local.
The local.
Support your local, Goggsy. Support your local.
They're not my local.
My local be like Hermes FC or something. Oh God, don't
I hope they deliver quite well.
Oh, that could get me in trouble. That story, I'm not even going to tell it. It was a. Do I tell? No, I'll tell you later. I can't. It was Polish got involved or something. What do you say? Pies at Pitodry are up there with the worst there is. See,
absolutely 1,000,000% agreed. Sorry, Coby, they are shite.
They are, and it's like £2.90 for a pie as well.
I know. It's fucking more expensive. Sorry, that's more expensive. Actually, that's more expensive than Celtic Park. Parkage £2.60 for a pie.
They go through phases. I'll be honest. There was one time where they were really crap. Warm in the middle, or cold on the outside. Then there was one time they got it right. Yeah, and then
warm in the middle and
red hot on the inside.
Irresistible.
No, but what they've done is they changed it, and then so I usually go for a steak pie. I don't know about you, but yeah, I go for the steak pie. And it was fine for a point. Yeah, I liked it. It was a European game. I think it was against Rijeka. Yeah, walk in. Oh, I'll go get a pie before the game. Usually I'm up just before half time. I was starving. Yeah, so go in, take a bite of it. Bloody sausages in it. There's a steak and sausage. Who was a steak and sausage? They ruined the best pie they had there by putting. I hope to God. Apparently they're getting rowies now, according to Dave Cormack. He wants rowies. What was it? It was the red rowie. He was gonna call the red shed rowie. Tell you.
Right, we're back underway in the Czech Republic. I don't see any changes at half time. So nice, easy one.
George stretching. He's heading the crossbar. He's an absolute nutter. Seen the video of him screaming at the ball boy?
Yeah, it's one of the most famous videos on the internet. You got a bit of stuff like that. Anyway, hopefully a decent second half. Hopefully we can kill the game off, and make it a good start to the night for the Scottish teams.
Those in the comments, can you let me know when the Aberdeen team is out? Thank you.
It won't be till about 7 o'clock, mate, because.
Aye.
Oh yeah, I don't know what time it is.
Because
I keep forgetting it's like a 3:45 kickoff.
Aye, it's not even just approaching. Clyde One Super Scoreboard's not started yet. You might maybe don't get to hear that as much, Coby, but certainly for us, Goggsy, it's not even that time yet. Or if Stefan's listening, Go Radio's just not even at second hour yet.
Aye.
I'm looking forward. I must say that the Galatasaray St Johnstone. Listen, Galatasaray will be a wounded animal against, obviously, with the the doing, really. They took off of PSV Eindhoven. So,
yeah, they will.
Yeah, PSV have a team though.
Torn apart.
aye.
I like PSV. They've got a solid little team. Denzel Dumfries. I know they sold Daniel Mal into Dortmund. They've got the boy Mohamed Ahaturn, I think.
Yeah.
You've got that English boy as well now.
Noni Madueke.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. Too hard tumble, but it's recovered by Abada. Oh, it's off the post for Archie. Oh, fucking. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, how's he skied that? No way. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's a sitter. The ball, basically, ball's at the byline. Abada tries to cut it back, deflects off of the defender for JABLONEC, and it hits the post, comes back out to Furuhashi inside the 6-yard box. They skies it over the bar. You'll see it in a minute once it comes on for you guys.
Yeah. Aye.
Oh, I see it.
We're a couple of years behind.
Oh!
Nice. Well, literally, Coby's got the Aberdeen connection.
How's he not got that?
You're practicing for Perth, Goggsy. You've been that far behind as well. Oh,
No. It's awful. Yeah, it was a. I'm just at the bit where Forrest got failed.
But
I'll tell you what though, my accumulator for this evening is off to a flyer.
I reckon they'd have had someone. If that was them and they were attacking, they'd have had someone running to tap that back post. Yeah, you should have been scoring the first one.
yeah.
Oh,
I'll be honest,
I
that's the worst.
can't believe Furuhashi's missed that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, initially, see before the referee pointed for a goal kick with the angle that, but I somehow thought that maybe he's had it off the defender of the goalkeeper or something. I'm actually just you discover how bad a miss it is when you watch the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's such a bad miss. Like, if he just leans forward, he scored it.
Mm. It would have been worse if he doesn't already have his goal, but since he has that goal, I don't think it'll affect him.
No, I know it was a poor miss.
Mm-hmm.
Celtic should be 3 or 4-1 up by now.
But hey, if they do get back in it, it will be that one you look to.
Well, I don't see this team coming to Celtic Park and escaping without taking a significant beating, especially our first game back with 60,000, to be honest. So I don't think so.
Yeah, I think these are, well, I don't want to say safe as houses yet, but like
I know what you mean.
If you take home an advantage, then I fully expect you to seal the deal at Celtic Park.
Never know, but
Crowd or no crowd, I reckon we would beat this team at Celtic Park anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great to have the fans back. 9th of August. So called Nicola Sturgeon didn't want to refer to it as Freedom Day, but unfortunately every news outlet in the world has referred to it as that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
much of the videos. I think that comment has just popped up. The coefficient would be on multiplier mode.
Yeah.
Like double XP for coefficient.
Like a Tycoon or something.
Here's Furuhashi. Oh, what a touch. Oh, he's trying to play in Forest. He's just shot himself there, but he's a lovely first touch, Furuhashi, I must say. And like Forest in this left-hand side as well, by the way.
I'd predict Hibs to go up, to be honest with you, this round. Rijeka are a good team. Yeah,
Rijeka are a good team, and they're got pedigree, but listen, Hibs are playing well. And I really hope that Hibs do play. Hibs do well tonight. So, listen, the one that's got the biggest uphill task, but this, without a shadow of a doubt, is obviously St Johnstone. But again, they're in the Europa League alongside us. It's Hibs, with Hibs and Aberdeen being in the lowest competition, you would say, with the greatest respect, you would expect to play against obviously weaker opposition and even getting the Europa League qualification. And that Spurs and Roma are both in the group stages of this tournament.
Yeah, there's Anderlecht as well. I think there's a few, like when I was looking at who could get, there's a few clubs, and that's why I'm thinking out of every tie we could have got, our playoff tie outside is probably one of the most favourable ones. Looking at who we could have ended up getting.
I agree with you, but I'm talking about just the group stage in general. I'm talking about us and Roma are already actually supposedly in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I think I think the loser of Galatasaray and St Johnstone will be playing either Vojvodina or LASK Linz in the next round of the Conference League. So St Johnstone have a very, very much uphill task.
Yeah, because LASK, they done well in the last season when they didn't they get a result? Was it last year? Got the result off United.
Yeah,
Man United. Yeah. They were a good outfit last season. So yeah, they've got St Johnstone definitely have their backs up against it. But with Hibs, if they get through this game against Rijeka, they'll be in good stead for it, because you won't come up against much harder teams in this competition than them. Like I know you said they're in decent form, but when we played them, I know it was a few years back as well, but we came off of beating like Shakira, whatever, like 5-1 or something.
Shakira of Georgia.
Yeah.
We pumped them 5-1, and then we went to Rijeka and they got pumped. So like they are a very good team. Whether they're still the same team, I'm not sure, but that's just they're an old foe of Aberdeen's. So
yeah. Well, you've obviously got the recent experience with that as well. I'm just more hopeful, but hopeful saying this about Hibs. But I really do think Hibs are playing really well just now. Played really well. Like they played everything of the weekend, and I can see them just going and doing well. But listen, we don't know what these teams are like. They could be anything and stuff like that. In terms of yourselves with Aberdeen now, it's actually weird that you've got an away game kicking off at 8 o'clock as well. The team you're playing against are Icelandic, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they are going to be into their season as well, aren't they? I think that's another thing as well. So Aberdeen are going to need to watch that. This team will be maybe a few yards sharper as well.
No, they definitely will be. I mean, I think they're third in the Icelandic league, and they're the top scoring team in the division. I think they've got like 33 or 20. It's like 33 or 22. So they've got goals in them, and they've got one of the better defensive records as well. So no, they're a good side, and they've got an Icelandic international on their team. I think he's got 5 goals a season. So no, they're not a bad team. They could definitely do it, and especially in the home game, it's on Astro. You know, everything that happened in the build up. You know, the luggage. I know, like the luggage never arrived in time or something, and it's not going to make that bit. You know, it might. I don't know, upset morale a bit. It wouldn't have made that much of an impact, but no, like it's not going to be an easy game. I think they're a decent outfit, so I don't know too much about them, but like we'll just have to.
Just take Icelandic sports direct and buy a few footballs, you'll be fine. I like this one that you've just put up there, Goggsy. I was just reading that there. Do we think? Well, listen, we need Benfica to do us a favour against Spartak Moscow. I'm sure, Spartak Moscow are still in Champions League qualifying somewhere. I'm sure. I'm correct if I'm wrong, someone, but I'm sure they might have Benfica as one of the teams they play. So if Benfica can do us a favour against them, would be good. So also I'm trying to think your usual suspects. Well, the Zenit, I take it, will already be there.
Yeah. Benfica beat Spartak last night 2-0.
Well, there you go then. So that's a good start. So if they can get through that tie, Russia will lose more coefficient points no matter what. Zenit really well. Obviously Zenit do very well. It doesn't matter because I imagine they're already in the Champions League, Zenit.
Yeah.
So there you go then. So listen, if we get 5 teams in Europe, which I fully think we will, I certainly think that Celtic and Rangers will qualify for at least some sort of European football this year. I reckon it's just if we can see some of our other teams getting somewhere as well. The fact that St Johnstone have a parachute is very good as well.
Guaranteed goal games no matter what.
Exactly. So if you can somehow negotiate your way into the conference, hopefully Hibs and Aberdeen can do the same. Then listen, we could get that, because the thing we want to get back to, is getting as many teams automatically qualifying for European competition as we can, instead of the English teams wanting to finish in fourth so they can fall into the Champions League, which is, I've always thought, it's a disgrace anyway. Imagine wanting to finish fourth in a league. To just, obviously, I know it's for the money, but it's just crazy. I used to enjoy it when Celtic and there was a year when Rangers won the league and we beat Spartak Moscow in penalties. Both teams were in Champions League.
Thank you very much to Venom Snake. Glad to see your vlogs that the football are back. Thank you. Well, why don't you send that over to St Johnston's as well, and just make sure that St Johnston can allow Motherwell fans into the game on Sunday. That'd be great.
Just get a green screen and pretend you're at the game.
Oh yeah.
Go on. Yeah.
Got a couple of half chances for Jablonec in the last 10 minutes. This one here just kind of... Oh, it's a blocked off Taylor, actually. That's actually a corner kick. I think that's the deflection deceives Hart a wee bit, but it's luckily enough it deflects where the referee has gave a corner, to be fair to him. For them. Good defending by Sorrow and no trouble from the corner.
Ooh. No, I think this will be the toughest task, and I think if they get through this game, they'll get through the next. But with us, it's a harder one because I'm confident, and I think if you're going off of previous years, obviously in the Europa, it's probably the easiest kind of route we could have had compared to other years when we've had like some Burnley and team that obviously like rejected. So it's definitely a more favourable tie, but it still won't be an easy one to get, and we're gonna have to work for it. I think we've got I think Dave Cormack's gave Glass another little reward if he does, because I think then he'll get a bit more money in the bank for a few signings, because the word was always if he did progress through in the Conference League, you'll give him a bit more money to splash out, because that's obviously why we missed out on McGrath and all that. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I'm quietly confident, I think, that we can do it. It's just I'm just nervous to see what happens with Ryan Hedges, because I don't know. I think he might go. There's, I think, Middlesbrough and it was Middlesbrough and who was the other club? Blackburn Rovers were Wanderers, bloody Rovers. Wanderers? Rovers.
Moore RFC says, what age are you, Mark?
Is that... I don't know what to do with that question. I suppose I'll answer them. I don't know if this is going to lead on to something I've said or me getting some sort of... or do I look older or younger? I'm 22 years of age, the same age as... you're 22 as well, Goggsy, the same age as Goggs. Well, if that's going to come back to bite me, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't really know what to do with that question. But if he's referring to the year of the Spartak Moscow game, it was around 2007, 2008. So I wouldn't have even been 10 years old yet.
That was before Aidan McGeady signed for them. Was that before Aidan McGeady signed for them?
Yeah.
I think Scott McDonald scored in that game.
And Woody Nakamura missed his penalty, and then Spartak Moscow took two of the worst taking penalties I've ever witnessed in my life. The one that bore it, I always remember Paul Mitchell watching it after the game, and there was highlights at BBC Scotland, and Paul Mitchell, who's doing the radio commentary for the game today on Sports Sound, basically turned around and said that he could have saved Spartak Moscow's first penalty. Well, you say I could have saved that. Well, he genuinely did in his commentary. But we're 22 years of age. I don't know if there's a reason for that, but
you two will be in a hearse soon. Like Jesus,
I didn't bother Wayne. Just you keep looking like the Milky Bar Kid, Coby, and
yeah,
the Milky Bar Kid.
I don't. I told him not. Oh, I shouldn't have said that one before. Hang on, I don't even need these glasses. Well, I do need them, but I don't know. I take them off now and everything's blurry. Like, I don't go about my daily life wearing specs. Oh, I'm not Milky Bar Kid.
Oofed.
To be honest, it's gonna be one of those nights that I'm just sitting up at night thinking of Graham Shinney.
We'll see how the result goes first before you start.
Do you do that often? Do you do that often, Coby?
Oh, not like gosh. Yeah, it's another one of those. What was the last one? I said,
you're gonna smash glass.
Yeah, I'll be smashing glass. I never meant it, like, honestly. But your viewers just, I don't know what they're like. Just honestly, you know, things aren't going too well with my Derby, so who knows?
I have a response. No, fair enough. Fair enough, mate. I know. I was at the game. Vaguely remember it, mate. To be honest, it was an interesting time. To be honest, mate, and I do vaguely remember some Celtic games I was at when I was at, and they sort of when I was before I like kind of turned 10. I've had a season ticket since I've been 3 years old. My dad used to take me. My very first game was against Ajax in a pre-season friendly around about 2003. I was in Spain for Seville, although I didn't go to Seville nor to the game. My dad did. And then I've been seeing games such as at Celtic Park. I've watched Man United's, Barcelona's, AC Milan's. So yeah, I do have good memories.
I remember the games. The games.
Hold on, here comes Leah Abada. Opened up, good for him, good safekeeper. Followed up by Forrest, 3-1.
Yes,
here it goes.
Never celebrated.
Fire done in the rebound with James Forrest. Very good attacking play from Celtic there. And by the way, I must admit, it's a very, very good save for the goalkeeper from the shot from Abada. People will maybe say it could have parried it further wide, but the shot kind of dits in front of him. It's a beautiful ball through from David Turnbull as well into the path of Abada from kind of out wide. Abada then drives in and he kind of cuts in, hits it. Saying that, more I see the goalkeeper who could have saved it better, but James Forrest, right place, right time, left-footed, roof of the net, goalkeeper no chance, 3-1, and that should really be, to be honest, be that.
Goggsy, I didn't like the way you celebrated that goal.
What?
Came from the heart.
I support Scottish coefficient.
They're celebrating and they're celebrating. People can clip that one and let me know if I was wrong, but
I'd have been doing the exact same if it was Aberdeen, mate.
No, you would not. I'm going to tune in that stream later and I'm going to, if Aberdeen score, and I bet you don't celebrate.
Double change for Celtic. Abada now makes way after being, in fact, triple change here. So we've got Christie coming on for Abada. We have Furuashi making way for Odsonne Edouard. And we have David Turnbull making way for Tom Rogic. Wholesale changes.
Oh. No, speaking of Tom Rogic, I was going to say, I think I was 11 at that cup final. Honestly, I remember every single moment of it. It pains me. A part of me has never recovered from that day. I remember I actually felt sick the entire day. I never had a hot dog at the game. Well, I had a sore stomach anyway, but I didn't want to say in case I wasn't allowed to go.
At a football?
No one. I didn't want one. But I was asked because I was with my dad's mate and he was wanting one. Not my dad. My dad's mate was wanting one.
Disgusting.
Like, Coby, do you want one? I was like, no, I don't want one. I think it'll come back up.
You deserve to have lost that cup final just on the fact that you were offered a hot dog.
Do you reckon any Celtic fan on the ground got one?
Probably not. Pies are very popular at the Celtic end in Hampden, I must say.
No.
There's Tom Rogic skipped by someone. That's the first time I've seen that in about 2.5 years. Right, here's Eddie.
Oh.
That's
bloody every other game is a stinker. Just against us, he turns it in like bloody.
I know he seems to like use it. There's always a good first goal scorer.
Well, I don't like him. So I hope he likes us because it's not a mutual feeling. So bloody hell, bloody Tom Rogic.
Have we any other Celtic fans on the stream apart from Declan, who proceeds to ban me up every now and then? Have we any others?
We're now down to 15 viewers. I think all the Rangers fans have decided to switch off because the Celtic are winning.
Oh.
And because me and you celebrated it.
Aye.
Oh, well.
I celebrate every Scottish team goal in Europe. Doesn't matter who it
Yeah,
is.
you do that. If Rangers had scored, yeah, I probably wouldn't have. Obviously not.
Yeah, no chance.
Obviously not.
If Aberdeen, Hibs, or St Johnstone score, I'll be very happy tonight if either of them score.
Yeah,
Oh, there is somebody there. Somebody's there. Hi, Brody.
I was relieved to see Rangers scoring against Malmo on Tuesday.
No way.
Yes, way.
I didn't see the game at all. Goggsy was at training. I watched it. I've only seen the 3 goals. Rangers defending was comical, to be nice to them.
Yeah.
Minute they conceded their 2 goals, and then that's coming from a Celtic fan who also has been used to watching comical defenders as well. And the Davis goal gives it a new. I think Rangers would have had a real uphill task. Obviously, would have been no away goals. They would have had to have won 3-0 at Ibrox to get through.
Yeah.
But now basically that goal from Stephen Davis, it puts it in the balance for them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I was talking to a few of the Rangers fans I know, and they said that they're confident they'll give them a doing at Ibrox, but I'm not too sure because Malmo's a good side. Because they'll probably just sit in and try and soak up the pressure.
I reckon, obviously, without the sound of Michael Owen here, it would have been a lot easier to sit in with a 2-0 advantage because you've seen how deflated at the end of the game. This point was made last night on the radio, how deflated they looked at the end. I think that it was as if all the hard effort's undone. I think they knew they were going to take a bit of they were going to get hit hard at Ibrox and it was going to be hard. And I think they knew having that two goal cushion would have really helped them. But listen, if Rangers won 2-0 at extra time, and it's Rangers won 1-0 at extra time, 2-0 they go through. So if Malmo can hold out for extra time, then and get to the lottery of penalty kicks, then you never know what happens from their point of view. But I just think that goal from Stephen Davis just made it so much easier for Rangers. I personally thought Rangers would get through this tie anyway, no matter if they put Malmo or Helsinki when it first got drawn.
I mean, you've seen another Scottish team absolutely scalps a Swedish outfit this season already.
That's why I don't want them to go through. Because when we done it, it's just a Swedish team, crappy Swedish league. And now I was saying to my mum, oh yeah, you can't even beat them. Yeah, it's a good league, the Swedish league. They're good. It changes their tune when it's them, but when it's us, just a crappy little Swedish league.
I always thought Sweden was quite a calm country until Ajax Stockholm visited Celtic. Oh, Forrest. Oh, should have scored. Probably should have scored there for 4. He came across and he skied it over the bar. Very good play again for Celtic. Lovely cross from Greg Taylor. Greg Taylor's found out how to cross tonight, I think. Anyway, sorry, but until Ajax Stockholm came to Celtic Park and basically tried to riot at half time. I don't know what they were thinking about it.
John Mitchell says, remember, Malmo beats Hibs 7-0 at Easter Road in a European game.
Europa League, no?
Nah, it was Europa League, yeah.
No, but when Apollon Limassol, when we played them in the home game before, their fans were mad. I remember when we scored, I was they were like sitting in the main stand a bit above the tunnel, and I was in the Richard Donald stand down at the front. I'm going up there and giving it a lull because the whole game, I can't remember what they were doing. I got in trouble, but the whole game there's bloody wrecking everything, causing a nuisance.
That right, aye.
Yeah. Declan's right in his comment about this. We really should be winning. We should be further in front, but our defending. And I said that about the first goal. It is shameful defending. It's comical. And even then, to allow a team like this to even have the amount of half chances if you had inside the area, it's just you just worry about when you come up against a better team. Mm-hmm. Just what's really going to happen. But it is just they are. I said that after about 10-15 minutes, this team look absolutely horrendous.
They actually do.
They're awful. Joe Hart did well there. Collected it.
Who is it you play if you beat Jablonec?
We need if we manage to get through against Jablonec, we play against AZ Alkmaar. Probably them.
Yeah. That's definitely going to be more of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
that'll be a big problem.
Yeah.
I can't see he's beating them.
AZ Alkmaar?
No.
Fair enough. I don't know. We'll see what they're like.
Bloody TikTok's going about.
Declan says, my grand's back garden looks like a better arena.
He's not wrong, by the way.
I actually like it.
At least the pitch looks half decent.
The pitch does.
Not an AstroTurf, which is
Saying that the eyesore of a pitch that we had to watch Kilmarnock Kinnear on the other night.
Oh.
That is, I honestly think I play fives in better pitches than.
Yeah.
I admit it, we aren't beating them. I don't know. I'm saying I don't know because I haven't seen anything of AZ Alkmaar. If we defend like that against any decent team, then we'll get punished. It's as simple as this team is the equivalent of nothing. They are useless, and then whoever ends up with this team in the Europa conference thing is going to be laughing unless they're worse than them. But listen, we'll see against AZ Alkmaar. We don't know who could be in the door by then. We could have more. That actually no sweat on my armpits. Thanks very much, Declan. It's just the way that the camera angles. Turn your brightness up a wee bit. Turn your brightness up, son.
Who is it? Who's Celtic's next league game?
Dundee. Sunday.
Oh yeah, Dundee. I reckon you'll win it, but
well, we should.
Just me that can't get over St. Johnstone are playing Galatasaray.
I know.
It's Stevie May. Stevie May up top.
You give a FIFA. Look, when you play FIFA and just press square and press like the two random teams button, Galatasaray just pops up. It just doesn't look like a good try. Try more, Timmy. Come on, well, some people that want to maybe spam the comments. Come on, son. You can have your opinion.
No, we if Stevie May scores, we can riot, can we?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
How has he managed? That just says a lot about Aberdeen. He's managed to be at St Johnstone, win a cup, leave them, join Aberdeen. Obviously, after I think he was in England for a few years.
Impressive.
Yeah, join Aberdeen and do nothing, wins nothing. Joins St Johnstone again and wins a double.
And then they're playing Galatasaray.
Exactly. In the Europa League and we're in the Conference League. Great. Unreal. Fair play. Oh, but
another goal before the end of this. Before the end of this game, just to basically, it has. Defensively, I'm still really concerned. We still need more than what we have, and to be honest, we need more signings. And it's as simple as
the goal you conceded was poor.
It's very poor, and it's even that the weekend as well. The defending's not good either. It's just that the weekend against Hearts, it's really it's comical at best at times, to be honest.
That was a late tackle. It was so late the post office was involved.
Ryan Christie's had a wee word with the guy wearing the mask. Just I think he's telling him to calm his tackles down a wee bit. Also, I think he's took time out of his day to remind him what the score is as well. Callie Donald's right about it. Did look very sharp for us. He seems to get taken off quite. We get whipped off against Michelin twice. Well, they get sacrificed in the first leg against Michelin because of Beaton's stupidity, and then taken off for Forest to the bemusement of a lot of Celtic fans last week, including myself. because he was playing well last week and he got whipped off and he's come off early again. So I don't know if we want to look too much into that. Maybe we did make wholesale changes as soon as the third goal went in. I don't know if that's with a view of maybe getting people ready for the weekend against Dundee, knowing that this game's done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good to see Kyogo got on the score sheet as well. If Edouard does stay, I hope it's a bit of maybe wake up call to me. He's not at his best performances, but the players' heads can get caught. To be honest, players' heads can get turned and stuff when they know the speculation's in. But as soon as that speculation maybe finishes, they know where they are. Then they can maybe get back down and focus. But the fear that everybody says is obviously that he walks for free next season, because in January he'll be free to start talking to other clubs. As he's in the last 6 months of his deal.
Indeed. I'm just looking at some of the other scores here. It's nothing too alarming elsewhere in Europe right now. Lincoln Red Imps 0, Slovan Bratislava 2, Omonia Nicosia 1, Flora Tallinn 0. In the Conference League, KUPS are 1-0 up against Astana. Plovdiv are 1-0 up against Copenhagen.
About Breidablik, they've got a lot to play. I think, was it their manager or the owner? One of them said if they win today, this will be one of the biggest moments in the club history. Which is mad. But obviously, clubs like this, it is a bigger deal. So, no, it'll be a tough game later on.
Yeah, it should be. Is it on? I think it's on Aberdeen TV and a stream for your season ticket.
Yeah, it's on Premier Sport as well. So,
I'm actually surprised that Premier didn't decide to cover St Johnstone. I've not all due respect. The St Johnstone is, apart from the Celtic game, which obviously the BBC have took, the St Johnstone game is the biggest game out of the three because it's in the
Galatasaray.
That's not me disrespecting any Hibs fans or any Aberdeen fans, but it's the Galatasaray. It's a bit of a, if you want to call it, a glamour tie for St Johnstone.
It's a glamour tie. Yeah. It's funny because this is the second time I can remember St Johnstone playing a Turkish team in Europe, and they played Eskişehirspor. I think it was in 2013-14, and they got knocked out 3-1 on aggregate. Eskişehirspor now, in that time, have finished bottom of the second tier of Turkish football due to financial difficulties.
Well, that's obviously until you put that in, I was about to say how the mighty have fallen, but obviously financial difficulties are a different kettle of fish.
I think it was there was some corruption in the Turkish league though for a while, so I think they might have been one of the teams that were affected by it.
Jesus Christ, how are they getting behind there? Joe Hart's tried to put it out to Ralston. It's not the best kick out. Ralston's tried to control it and guard it and then clear it. Ends up hitting it off there, number 6. I've no idea what Ralston's doing there either. And they've nearly got in behind and Hart manages to smother. It's just that the defending is worrying, honestly. We need, and I know that obviously Hart's just in as well. It's a new defence, getting used to it, but we do still need more defenders. We knew that the keeper would be a quick fix for obvious errors, but the overall defending, we need two new starting fullbacks, to be honest, and we need another starting centre back.
I thought there was always word that James Forrest going to right back.
If you were playing 3-5-2, you could play right wing back.
Yeah.
But out and out right wing right back would be a waste.
Yeah.
No Falcao or Feghouli for Galatasaray. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Well, that's a boost for St Johnstone. Wanting obviously the two. No matter what their situation is, they're two outstanding players. Obviously, a bit on in their careers now, of course, but they're still obviously for the quality of game you'll be playing. So there's still two quality players that could do the St Johnstone defence a bit of damage. So positive for them. Yeah.
Who's Falcao and got Stevie May though?
Amy Burnett says Falkirk going to get promoted by a Falkirk fan. I'm assuming she's a Falkirk fan.
If she said by like a bloody Cove fan or something.
I'll let you take this one, Goggsy.
What?
I like to take. Would you reckon? Will they?
I think it'll be either Cove or Falkirk that get promoted.
Well, she could be right because she could go up. They could go up through the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't think Stefano's very much agreement with her. I did notice that he was talking about he had asked you a question, Coby, a way back.
Yeah.
Will Coby making it down to San Starco on the 15th?
What's San Starco?
Starks Park. He's obviously. It's like it's like when if we were to call, I don't know, a stadium like the Estadio Santiago de something for a laugh.
Oh.
Like it's just about the boy, but well.
Yeah, no. I don't know what you mean.
Or as we call it, Pitodry, Shitodry.
Oh, yeah, I will be there. I've been lucky enough to get to 2 out of 2 so far, so I dare say I'll be in attendance. Especially now it's.
I've been unfortunate enough to watch every Motherwell game in person that we actually have been allowed to watch.
Motherwell have about, I think you and Stevie, they're the fans. So, and then you got what? I'm trying to say he's not much fans, and then there's Mark McGee, and then there's who else is?
Tam Cowan.
What's Mark McGee got to do with it?
And I was about to say that to myself, but Tam Cowan's definitely a relevant one. Goggs, he's got his own car parking space at Fir Park.
Oh, I know.
Oh well, Mark McGee, I remember that game. Everything went wrong in the build-up.
In the stand at Aberdeen.
Yeah, but even was that the rematch before the floodlights? Floodlights went out.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, mate, and I don't want to guess.
All right, Leon, how's it going? Thank you for the donation.
Read out the message.
No Coby, no party.
He's attached a message there. We need to do due diligence.
Again,
do service.
You want to try again, Coby?
Due diligence.
Due diligence.
Due diligence.
Goodness me.
Oh dear.
Oh well. I bet I'll be European song will be playing.
4-2.
What, 3-2?
3-2. That team have just the defending. I hope Declan's still watching. I was still here. Wow. The defending there is again for it in so easily and behind. It's come down Ralston's side, but it's through the middle anyway. To be fair, so as well as he's still in the middle, but in behind the 2 centre backs, Joe Hart's come miles off his line, and the boys basically opened has basically tried to dink it over him. Hart's actually touched it on, and Beaton's actually attempted to clear it off the line and passed it into the roof of the net.
No way.
Oh, there's Stefan.
Oh, I'm going to see it now.
Oh my God. Beaton's attempted to clear it off the line and has defeatistly passed it into the
Beaton Hiller.
Wow.
Come on.
Yes, Stefan.
This is.
If you were listening earlier, Stefan, your podcast I mentioned, didn't it go?
Yeah.
I reckon. In fact, I'm not going to say who.
I've just seen you go there.
I'm not going to say it. I've seen it now.
Wow. He passes it into he literally passes it into the net.
Oh my God, that is. That is too. Just when you think.
Oh, yeah.
Now they've got a free kick inside our half with a chance to exploit our weakness and just punt the ball into the box.
Celtic, the gift that keeps on giving. You know, this is unreal entertainment.
Coming from an Aberdeen fan that's bottled every cup final they've gone to.
We're gonna. I reckon we're gonna bloody get second this year. If that's the level we're up. We wouldn't catch. I don't even think you'd catch Ash Taylor doing that.
Oh dear, Coby.
Remember here,
Taxi for Coby.
He turned down your club, so I went.
Who? Ash Taylor.
Yep, he turned you down for Walsall because
Thank
India
God.
Taylor didn't.
Honestly, thank fuck, because I would never see if we had signed Ash Taylor, I'd be really concerned.
Yeah, I would be worried as well if I was any club was signing Ash Taylor.
Yeah, all but twice.
Remember the rumours about him and McInnes's wife?
Yeah.
Aye. Forget Ash Taylor wanting to go to Walsall. He wanted to go to India again.
Yeah. Well, apparently India didn't like Motherwell, so that's why they never moved there. Jeez, Liam Polworth as well. Jesus, quite a few. Not much of the wags like Motherwell, do they?
No, the Motherwell Twitter was very on point last season with all the wags.
Well, we were on point with Jack McInnes. God, he's a plum him.
He's a plum.
When will he learn? Had I go Aberdeen fans and they weren't going to bite back. I mean, what has he said? I think he said something like he's the best manager Aberdeen will ever get or something, or they won't get any better than him. Sorry, Daddy. Bloody hell.
He better take his dad's balls out his mouth.
Yeah. It's another out of context. Coby. God. Posting his private story.
Oh, by the way, my cash out's gone up to 26 quid. Oh.
Sweet Tone's on fire.
Oh, you know why? Right? Out of the 4 games that are active right now, I've got 1-0 Omonia Nicosia, Slovan Bratislava 3-1 up. Anderlecht just scored their 1-0 up, and I've got Maccabi Haifa and 3 or more goals in the game. They are 2-1 up at the moment.
How much is that you're getting back?
From a tenner, £500 if it comes in.
And that's with how many of the games kicking off at
I've still got Galatasaray -1, Ghent half-time, full-time.
It's been a neck in the net. 4-2, Christy.
4-2. I've also got.
I thought when you said it's in the roof of the net, I thought it was Beaton again.
Yes, good. By the way, Stefan's spot on. Beaton, I think he's A for that horrible attempt, and he get caught out again anyway. And it's a fabulous header from Ryan Christie. Great ball across from James Forrest as well. And it's a textbook header down into the ground. Low, keeper's no chance. Howard, bang, and it goes.
Bang, dirt is gone.
But it doesn't detract from the fact that our defence is awful.
I swear Beaton's been awful for years.
Declan says he just rejoined. I said about the point about his defending about how horrendous we are. Something like that, I think, was what I was referring. I was answering his comment, which shows like because we are.
If you win that 500, slip us a £5 on the birth.
Aye.
You know, the old.
Aye. Whoever's on the stream next for the 3 games, if I win 500 quid, they get a cheeky £5 or something.
Who?
There we go. Looks like Celtic's happily taking a 4-2 win then.
Well, we're into added time now. 3 minutes added on. We're just approaching the 1 minute of that. So, minute and 10 seconds left. A minute and 10 left. So, Joe Hart's just punted the ball all the way down to their keeper. Yeah, it looks as if a good finish. 4-2 there. Their keeper's getting ready for kitchen sink time here. Up it goes.
See, it's great that they've obviously got the goals, but to concede 2.
Well, as I say that, here comes Jabba. Oh, it's good save, Joe Hart.
Oh, what a ball into the box, by the way, for your 4th.
Yeah, I know. It's a great ball from James Forrest. Here comes Cal McGregor on the counter. There's this team of, if they've pushed so many forward, Forrest, we could get 5 here. If we play it right, Rogic. Oh, looking for Eddie. I just couldn't get Fred it through. No, it's the manner in which we've conceded tonight has been terrible. And it let this team have any other sort of half chances against us as well. And that chance there is not good enough as well.
Their manager looks like someone you'd find down the pub or something. He looks like he's ready for the pub.
He's probably got there after it.
Yeah, hard day at work.
It looks as if it's going to be last chance of the game's going to go towards JABLONEC because they're going to try and get something off us here as they're in our half in the last minute. Good ball in. Keeper's ball, surely. There it is. Good, well done.
Is James McCarthy on your bench or not?
No, he's not in the squad this week, so he won't be available to play in the squad next week either.
Oh yeah, because don't you only get to register one player or something?
You can change the squad, but the point is that you can't obviously register in between legs.
Yeah,
I think you can change more than one. Anyway, McCarthy, they were saying anyway, still needs to. Well, obviously Joe Hart's went through a pre-season.
Yeah,
McCarthy hasn't. He's been training on his own. Time up, 4-2.
there we go. Fantastic result, and it's a great start for Scottish football tonight in the full match card. Given that we've also got tonight Galatasaray against St Johnstone, Aberdeen are playing away in Breidablik, in Copa Vogor, where Breidablik play their home games, and of course Hibernian play at home to HNK Rijeka. Thank you very much to Coby and Mark for jumping on. And as a superb result. What's your last words, Mark, on tonight's game?
Well, of course, it's good to score 4 goals away from home in a European tie, but it's not a good. It's not a good result at all. To be honest, mate, we've conceded.
Scored 4 goals away from home, mate.
We've conceded 2 absolutely disgusting goals. A half decent defence wins that game 4-0 tonight.
Yeah,
there's more to look into there. Of course, attacking wise is good. Good finishes. Good to see Kyogo getting off to a good start. Good to see Abada scoring again. Of course, as well for him, and obviously Forrest and Christie getting on the score sheet as well. However, I'm sorry, mate, the defending is not good enough. I'm not going to do it next Thursday because they're basically a bunch of Czech. They're basically not. They're a Czech Republic team, to be honest. So I'm concerned going into the domestic front with that defence. We really need to strengthen now.
Mm-hmm. Understood. But once again, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you later. Drive safely.